The Prodigal Son. A story for every day. Jesus once told a story, not just for the people gathered around him, but for all generations. A story about a father, two sons, and the kind of love that changes everything. There was a wealthy man who had two sons. The younger one came to him one day and said, "Father, give me my share of the inheritance now." Imagine the pain in that request. In those days, inheritance came after death. But this son was essentially saying, "I want your money, not your presence. I want your wealth, not your guidance. You're more useful to me dead than alive." Yet, the father didn't fight. He divided his property and gave the younger son his share. Soon after, the young man packed his bags and left for a distant country, far from home, far from rules, far from love. And for a while, it felt like freedom. He spent his money on parties, pleasures, and people who were only there for what he had, until it all ran out. Every friend, every illusion. Then, famine hit the land. The young man, once rich, was now desperate. He found a job feeding pigs, an animal considered unclean in his culture. He was so hungry, he envied the food the pigs were eating. At his lowest, he remembered home. "Even the servants in my father's house eat better than this. I'll go back. I'll confess. I won't ask to be a son, just a servant." So he began the long walk home, rehearsing his apology the entire way. But while he was still far off, his father saw him. He had been watching, waiting, hoping. The father ran to him, not with anger, but with joy. He hugged him, kissed him, and the son began to speak. "Father, I have sinned against heaven and against you. I am no longer worthy to be called your son, ... But the father didn't let him finish. He called out to the servants, "Quick, bring the best robe. Put a ring on his finger, sandals on his feet. Kill the fattened calf. We are going to celebrate. My son was dead and he's alive again. He was lost and now is found." The party began. Music filled the house. Joy returned. But the older brother, who had stayed home, who had worked hard, heard the celebration and grew bitter. He refused to join. "I've been loyal all these years. I've obeyed every rule, and you've never thrown a party for me." The father came out to him and said, "My son, you are always with me. Everything I have is yours. But your brother was lost, and now he's found. He was dead, and now he's alive." That is worth celebrating. Everyday reflection. This story isn't just about two brothers. It's about us. Every one of us has moments when we walk away, when we waste our time, our gifts, our heart. But the Father never stops looking, never stops loving, never stops waiting for us to return. And when we do, He doesn't shame us. He runs to us. Whether you're the one who wandered far or the one who stayed but grew cold inside, this story invites you to come home today.